Sean, he was my dad. It can have been easy learning the truth about his father's identity so unexpected, and too late to ever get to know him. You know how hard I tried to find him? Sean, I get it. He was the president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. But he was right there in front of me, right there on the set. So why? Why didn't he just say something? Why didn't he tell me who he was? I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broken my promise to you, the fire would have never happened. He wouldn't have. I've ruined everything. Everything. It's all my fault. I even ruined your flowers. Sean, please, you mustn't blame yourself. Just try to be here with me. Just for a little while. The bond between parent and child, as symbolized by the lion deal. I'm no expert, but it's native to Zengpa, so I know that much at least. Sadly, we don't have the luxury of dwelling on such things just now. I know it might seem insensitive, Ajanlai, but sentimentality won't help us here. We need to focus on what we can do about the case before us. You're right. I believe we learned all we need about what happened back then for now. How did I line up with your father's theories about the case? I wouldn't know. He took this to the grave with him. He never shared his thought with anybody. There's no way of knowing now what he figured out. What about your own thoughts? Are you feeling any more positive in light of what we learned from case reconstruction? Are we any closer to learning what really happened 12 years ago? You know, I think it might be. My father's footsteps are starting to become clear. Now all we need to do is follow them. All the way to the truth. The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Tarosaurus story proves it. He must have gone there to meet with Amelia Fan. Except he was kidnapped, and Aldon happened to see it. If Aldon hadn't been there wouldn't have been a murder, just a kidnapping. Instead, they had to move his body to the planters and stage the photo to throw out everybody of his son. So that's our current theory, is it? But there's something I still don't understand. There is? This. Why are you staging the picture? They would have had to force the president to follow along. What if he hadn't? It's a good question. But we may be closer to discovering the answer than we think. We'll just have to get there one direction at a time. Yeah, I guess we will. Alright, to do so. I think I understand. That $100 million. It must be President Wang's will and testament.
Hold it!
Talk it out. Nothing should be taken for granted at this stage. We need to treat even the seemingly certain occasion. Can we really be sure that the president went to the orphanage? I get it. You want evidence. This is nice change of pace from people asking you to show them proof, huh, Mr. Shaw? There's no need to actually say it out loud, okay?
Hold it!
The plushie? It has recording device concealed inside it, correct? It does, and it was used by Sean's mother and Emily to record message asking the president to meet her at the orphanage at midnight. Wow, you're finishing each other's sentence now. What a team! You two will peel away the layers of truth like an onion, I'm sure of it. You do realize that there's nothing underneath all the layers of an onion, don't you, Kay? Would you try to say something little less unfortunate sounding? You two will peel away the layers of the truth like a skin of a wolf, I'm sure of it. He said less unfortunate sounding. Shall I continue? Oh my god, I'm glad I pressed this.
Hold Hold it!
Could we go over the details once again? So, Mr. Alden saw the president being kidnapped from right by the orphanage, and he was standing next to the snowman. The murderer crept out behind, grabbed a brick and... Ow! Eek! Calm down, okay? We're simply verifying our understanding of events. Yeah, well, that little outburst just blew my understanding out of my ears. I know we have to go over all this again, but can we do it less dramatically? Really? Fine, I'm happy to keep up answering if you're happy to keep asking.
Hold it!
If Mr. Alden hadn't been there, huh? That's an interesting suggestion. Care to explain? There's not a whole lot to explain. He saw the kidnapping, but he was murdered. If he hadn't been there, maybe the kidnapping could have happened without any blood being spilled. But could it? He makes it sound as if it was Mr. Alden's fault he was murdered. That's not what Agent Lang is saying, Kay. What he means is that Mr. Alden was the only person who died at the orphanage that night. Well, of course he was. They kidnapped the president and everything. The ransom was paid and he came home safely, right? She's right of course, but why does something bother me about that? There's someone else's blood. I think it might be worth taking another look over all the evidence. Finish discussing things with your assistant, Mr. Prosecutor? Then let's continue, shall we?
Hold it!
This is another very important part of our current hearing. Shall we go over all the details again? Sure, probably a good idea. Alright, first, what did Alden see? He saw the president being kidnapped from right in front of the building. But the kidnappers were keen to avoid any suggestion that they might be connected with the orphanage. Yep, so they replaced the film in Alden's camera. And staged a photograph of kidnapping occurring further away from the building. Indeed, and then they moved all Mr. Alden's body to a location consistent with the picture shot. The secret spirit underneath the snow 12 years ago are finally coming to the light. And we're sure that's really what happened that night? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? I get the sense you're still not seeing everything, that there's something else at play behind it all. There is? But what? There's a piece of evidence we've discovered that Agent Lang's theory can explain. We have to represent him with it and develop our thinking further. With it.
Objection!
You're saying there would have been no murder if Mr. Alden hadn't witnessed the kidnapping. But is that really the case? Why wouldn't it be? Their main aim was to abduct the president, right? If there hadn't been a witness present, they would have needed to murder anybody, and yet it remains possible that Mr. Alden wasn't the only person killed that night. There was a large pool of blood between the planters, but Mr. Alden was murdered over by the snowman. It can't have belonged to him. What if all that blood by the planters belonged to somebody else? Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You do realize what you're saying, don't you? I do. It's hard to believe. I'll be the first to admit it. But it's what the evidence suggests. Not just one person was killed 12 years ago, but two. You're saying they cover up all separate murders? But whose? Who else was killed that night? Amelia? Whoever covered up this other homicide did so very skillfully indeed. They even seem to have been able to avoid it being mentioned in the files. But they didn't quite get rid of everything. We have a piece of evidence from 12 years ago that they never managed to erase. This clearly shows that something else happened that night.
Take that!
Excel says Winner tried to show the existence of the other murder in darkness, but there was one piece of evidence he was unable to suppress. Thanks to the efforts of your father, Agent Lang. My father? Cast your mind back, if you will. something else was hidden along with all of the other evidence from the crime scene. The existence of the child who was set fire in front of the orphanage. But why would Chairman Winner wish to arrest him from the record? Because he saw something he should not have. That's why. He did? What was it? It's right here in this picture. The picture of my father. I think we can all agree that's the president on the right hand side, and that's the Tyrannosaurus star in his hand. But who's that standing across from?
Take that!
Eastern Ramps and Black Dog? That can only be body dharma mechanics. What? The creepy assassin guy? And what would Hire Killer be doing in that person of president? I can think of the only one thing. That's right, it wasn't a kidnapping that occurred here 12 years ago. It was an assassination. Ayah! And Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner were. Yes, I think they were complicit. More than complicit, in fact. One provided the venue for the killing, and the other supports the testimony of the child who witnessed it. Mr. Alden was murdered because what he witnessed was actually an assassination, and not kidnapping. Thought to be all. Do you think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago? We only found his body this morning. He was alive and well just recently. Yeah, we even met him. Indeed, so we have a president killed 12 years ago, and a president killed in the last 48 hours. Two presidents, in other words. Right, which is completely impossible. Or is it? I think it's entirely possible for there to be two presidents. In fact, that will explain a lot. Oh yeah, that will explain a lot. But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Zengpa may not be a big country, but he held the place together. The President Ageline spoke was a noble and capable leader. The presidential might has well and truly sleep. Body double, entirely unlike the men we meet. It really did seem as if they were two completely different people. But how could one contract two presidents? What could explain a situation like that? This is how it was possible for there to be two presidents. One of the two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense. A body double? President Wang was a man of great power, runs in Zengpan, a figure on the world stage. There must have been countless attempts on his life over the years, such as the one at Court Lake only a few days ago. It's true, there were more than a few assassination attempts. But that doesn't mean I'm going to accept that there was more than one president. Not without proof. Do we have any proof that there was more than one president? The shoes, maybe?
Take that!
Sure. Bad proof is no more. President Wang. That was beautiful. Position. Person. Mr. Let's take. Okay. There's nothing here. Okay, alright, next. Traces. SS5 incident file. Mr. Candice.
Take that!
Oh no. Claiming to be gay.
Take that!
Oh shit. Man. My health is gonna go below zero if this can happen.
Take that!
Sure. Alright, this one's maybe.
Take that!
What? No. There is two presidents.
Take that!
I don't think he's noticed the contradiction staring him in the face, or is he just unable to accept it? What's the matter, Master Prosecutor? You're very quiet all of a sudden. In Amelia Spen's recordings, he asked the President to be at the orphanage at midnight, but it should have been possible for him to be there at the time. Huh? How come? Because he was supposedly still at the embassy. With your father, Agent Lang. Oh, so he had noticed. The only way he could have been in two places at once is if there were two of him. Oh, so the real president, that was the one who... Let's see. The suspect servers, I still don't understand why this was the evidence. Until midnight on October. Presence at the embassy until midnight. But the real president, that was the one who died 12 years ago? I think it might have been. But why? And who? Who would have hired Canis to murder the president in order to figure it out? I need to look again at that piece of evidence we recently discovered was a fake. The fake evidence, what was it again? The blood. The blood or the shoe? I don't know.
Take that!
Oh. What kind of theory is that? Fake evidence. What was it again? This.
Take that!
The picture taken with Master Aldrin's camera was staged sometime after this murder. And Mr. Alden was murdered because he witnessed the president's assassination. In other words, the photograph too must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the real president in the stage photograph? The body double. Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president double had him killed so that he could take his place permanently. An Excelsior winner and Pipi Lagarde helped him do it.
Not so fast!
Wait, you don't even have the body to support your theory. Are you telling me that it magically disappeared? No, in fact we knew exactly where it wound up. The president's body was here the whole time. Oh. The president's body was here the whole time. It was buried. Let's see. In the blue tile, it was buried.
Take that!
No indicator that it was in the blue tile. Chairman Winner dug something up that way, something he couldn't trust anybody else to retrieve. We thought it might have been ransom money, but it was actually something even more important. Wait, you mean? That's right, the real president's body. I think it's highly likely anyway. What? The body may have decomposed in the intervening years, but the bones will surely have remained. Miss Powers informed us that the construction is due to start here sometime soon. Everything had to be wrapped up before then. The shooting of the movie and the recovery of the president's remains. Yeah, I guess once they start picking the place up, they will have found them pretty quick, huh? Agent Lang, we need to have the so-called monster footprints analyzed again. Yeah, I guess we do. If there was a body under one of them, we should be trust the evidence to confirm that. Hey, get me somebody from forensics. Sir, presenting the findings of our analysis, sir. Traces of human remains were found in the dirt along with other signs of body having been buried. So it really was him. Bones were recovered from the home of Excelsior winner. The physics looks to be about right, and the dental and medical records are made. It's him, no doubt about it. I suspect that the real president was killed 12 years ago, and the SS wife kidnapping incident. Wow, so it really was a murder, huh? This case has taken some intuition thoughts I'm starting to lose tracks. Yes, perhaps we should summarize our findings just to confirm that we understand everything correctly. Good idea, let's go everything from the point where the presidents arrived at the orphanage. 12 years ago, the real president went visit the orphanage. He aimed to meet his infant son. The footprints we originally assumed to be those of Mr. Alden. Seems like they have to actually been made by the president upon his arrival. But instead of being greeted by his child, he was met by the assassin, Bodhidharma Kani. That's so sad. He was hoping to see his baby for the first time too. Indeed, but at least with Mr. Canis can be sure that the job was safely and effectively completed. But then, after the assassination, another tragedy occurred. Mr. Alden's murder. Yes, it seems he witnessed a key moment in the evening's proceedings. The moment when our culprits, that so-called kidnappers, took the president's body around the side of the building. That was the side that sealed his fate. We've now established that he was standing by the orphanage gates at the time. Far enough away that he believed that he was seeing the president's abduction. At which point, the body double had come to meet up with his co-conspirators, walked right up behind Mr. Alden, leading to our unfortunate eyewitness. being murdered by the man who was plotting to replace the president. So, was it the the body double who moved Mr. Alden's body too? Yeah, I think it probably was. But none of the footprints could have been his, could they? Actually I think they could. In fact, we have a piece of evidence that proves how that particular trick was achieved. Let's just the body double managed to move the body without leaving any footprints.
Take that!
What if the president's double moved Mr. Alden's bodies like this? After killing Mr. Alden, he could have carried him to the other side of the entrance. Given that his job was just to look like the president, he would have been wearing the same shoes, meaning that if he stepped exactly in the footprints left by the real president, of course, his would have been the same shape and size. It would have looked like a single set of footprints. But that's how it all went down. I'm so glad we finally figured it out. Wait, but there's one thing I still don't get. There is? What? Why did they need to pretend there was a kidnapping? Mr. Alden had seen the president at the orphanage and left a message on Miss Ringer's phone describing what he thought he saw. It would have been impossible for the conspirator to erase that message, so they had to make it look like as if the events described in the message were true, by staging a kidnapping like the one he thought he saw. Exactly, I think the two people in the photograph are likely to be the body double and people girl. Is the one in the trench coat? How can you be sure of it? The two of them would have had to walk out beyond the orphanage gates to stage the photo. The body double could have put his feet in the real president prints as he did before. Oh, so the other set footprints were hers. The ones we originally thought belonged to the killer, yes. They're about size 9. Too small for a Chairman winner, in other words. Which means the kidnapper must have been played by Warden the girl. And let's explain how so-called kidnapping was actually a presidential assassination. It does, which means my father must have... He must have... Notice, there's no way he wouldn't have suspected the murder. Especially not with the kids' pictures as proof. But the picture was never officially put into evidence, correct? I'm particularly interested in how that connection was maintained. Right now I'm just going to play the cover game because I don't really want to lose my head. What's trailing this?
Objection!
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille, is that correct? I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor, but you do know about my condition, don't you? That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in the snake cell didn't contain any Braille at all. Really? But surely that's impossible. How so exactly? Maybe someone typed Mr. Khan's letter out on purpose, meaning there may have been some sort of intermediary between the two of them. So then? Mr. Khan says he wrote his letter in Braille, and yet the letter received by Nike contained no Braille at all. This suggests that there must be a third party who typed Mr. Khan's letter out. Guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side too, right? However it was, could have taken Nike's letter and turned them back into Braille. They could indeed. I think you and Mr. Neck were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Mr. Canis, the answer you received, they were written in Braille too, yes. So some mysterious middle person really was retyping the monster missives. And that same person might well be our secret string puller.
Knock him back!
Wait, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind this whole thing? So who's this new one? Bronco Knight, son of Artifrost, is already dead. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for? Carmelo Gustafson? But who is he, and where is he? If Nick was frozen, Gustafson would have to be. I've known him since we were kids and both of us were all alone. He doesn't have empathy just like me. Him? But surely not. What's the matter, Mr. Richard? You're white as a sheet. Oh my god. I've predicted it. I am a god. Of course, it all makes sense. I know exactly who our so-called mastermind is. What? Who you have to tell us. I can hardly believe it, but it's somebody we know rather well. The person we've been looking for is...
Take that!
It has to be the person behind all this. The person who forced Chairman Winner's hand by sending the letter to Rasteringa. The person who kidnapped Shark and Buck K and myself. The person who did the strangest things of all. Who dragged Kay and carried her up to the roof of the big building. It was the monster. What? Did you really just say what I thought you did? Yes, the monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Richard. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right. The Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. We'll have oodles of fun. Miss Lloyd, could I ask for a favor? Who? On me? What kind of favor? You told us to record the sound of the Tyrannosaurus breathing fire. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Oh, you're good, Raffles. Sharp and good. Yeah, we've already this. Sure did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy did I hear. Can we listen to the tape? You surely can. Let's see now. That's it. That's all. It must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind all this, it's all falling into place. Misam, you saw a giant eye at the window of the storeroom, did you not? Yep. Snap me a picture of it too, even if you can't rightly see it so well. You can see it right now, but... Detective Bumsy. Yes, sir. Your image analyzer. Can we borrow it again? Sure, but... What do you want to look at, sir? This photograph right here. Gotcha, I'm on it. The clue we're looking for must be here. We just have to find it.
Eureka!
That's... See? I don't told you Ultrasaurus is on dang self. Yes, there it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme. Monster? You're finally ready to admit it, that he's dang well real. The big bad bull himself. No, because that isn't Tyrannosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you will. The Very Big Circus flyer? Oh, wait, look. You see it? The enormous lion balloon. That's the real monster. And the son of Miss Floyd thought was the critter breathing fire. Ah, come on, you're really gonna bring me crashing down to earth like that? That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air. They do, and our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up to the roof of the big building without ever getting near the elevator. So this culprit, they've got something to do with the circus? Circus worker, friend of Bronster, son of Gusto. Whoa, you're not serious. You forgot to mention training animal tamer. Huh, it's hard to believe. Damn, he's good. But he's the one who's been pulling the string this whole time. That's right, Simeon Sen is the one behind all this. Simeon? But everything... Really? I don't believe you. We trusted him, and he trusted us. You can't tell me that was all lies. That would be too horrible. I'm sorry, Kay. Who was that? Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? Nothing escapes you, does it, young Bob? My congratulations, Mr. Achua. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done. What? No, Mr. Canis, wait. Damn it, he disappeared. Are you okay, Mr. Richard? Don't worry, I'm fine. But... Damn you! Are you alright, Sean? He killed my dad. He did, right? There's no easy way to say it, but... Sorry, Sean. It will appear that he did. He won't get away with it. I'll make him pay. Somehow, someway, I'll...
Overruled!
No, Sean. You mustn't say such things. I'm sorry, Mr. Richard. You have to forgive us, God. I just put the call out, sir. All units are on the lookout for Mr. Canis. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but we better be on our way too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind? I suppose you're right. We should go after the mastermind now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask you, Agent Knight. There is? What? Once the beast had been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we need to try and find as a matter of priority. And Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering you about Sean's kidnapping. Yes, sir. I wanna help too, Mr. Ashford. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try and contact. If Shane really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Between our many encounters, I never suspected a thing. Even though he's right there in front of me, I messed up. There's no other way of putting it, but I'm going to put things right once and for all.